Hello, my beautiful dreamers. This is Luna, and welcome back to Luna's Romance Audiobooks, where rejection becomes opportunity, enemies become lovers, and sometimes the worst betrayal leads to the greatest destiny. Tonight I have a story that will have you gasping at every turn, a tale of an alpha who rejected his fated mate for power, the enemy who saw her true worth, and the moment when a public rejection became a public claiming. But most of all, it's about a woman who discovered that being unwanted by one alpha meant being treasured by another. Imagine finding your fated mate, the one chosen by the moon goddess specifically for you. Now imagine him looking at you with disgust and publicly rejecting you in front of hundreds of witnesses, declaring you unworthy, insufficient, not good enough to stand beside him. And imagine his greatest enemy, the rival alpha he's fought for years, stepping forward to claim what was cast aside, marking you, taking you, making you his in the most permanent way possible, right there, in front of everyone, while your rejected mate watches in absolute horror. So settle in close, my dreamers. This is a story about pride that destroys and humility that saves, about enemies who see clearer than friends, and about learning that sometimes the one who claims you is the one who truly deserves you. This is The Enemy's Mate. Prologue. The Rejection. My name is Nadia, and today is supposed to be the best day of my life. Today is my 20th birthday, the day I find my fated mate, the day the moon goddess reveals who was chosen specifically for me. I'm at the Lunar Festival, an annual celebration where unmated wolves gather, hoping to find their destined partners. Hundreds of wolves from dozens of packs, all searching, all hoping. I smell him before I see him. Cedar and steel and raw power, the scent of my fated mate. I turn, and there he is, Alpha Ronan Steel, leader of the Ironwood Pack, the most powerful alpha in the Northern Territories. Handsome, commanding, perfect, and my fated mate. The bond snaps into place. Instant. Undeniable, connecting us on a level deeper than choice. His silver eyes meet mine across the crowded festival grounds. Recognition flares. He feels it too. The bond, the connection, the destiny. He approaches. I hold my breath, wait for the joy, the acceptance, the moment when he claims me. Instead, he looks at me with disgust. "No," he says, loud enough for everyone nearby to hear. "This is a mistake. You can't be my mate. Alpha Ronan, the bond, I don't care about the bond. Look at you. You're nothing. A nobody from a weak pack. Unremarkable, plain, powerless. I need a strong Luna, a powerful mate. Not," his lip curls, "not you." The words are knives, each one cutting deeper. The moon goddess made a mistake. I, Alpha Ronan Steel, reject you, Nadia Ashwood, as my fated mate. I do not accept this bond. I do not accept you. The rejection crashes over me. The bond, barely formed, shatters. The pain is instant, overwhelming, excruciating. I fall to my knees, gasping, unable to breathe through the agony. Around me, I hear murmurs, shocked whispers, hundreds of witnesses to my humiliation. He rejected her? His fated mate? Poor thing. Rejected in front of everyone. She must not be worthy. Must not be enough for someone like Alpha Ronan. Ronan turns away. Dismisses me like I'm nothing. Like destroying me means nothing. Like I mean nothing. I kneel there, broken, humiliated, abandoned. And then I hear a different voice, deep, amused, dangerous. How interesting. Alpha Ronan just threw away a gift from the moon goddess. How foolish. I look up through tear-blurred vision, see a male approaching, tall, dark-haired, eyes like burning amber, radiating power that rivals Ronan's. Alpha Kieran Shadowborn, leader of the Nightfall Pack, Ronan's greatest enemy. The rival he's fought for years over territory, resources, dominance. "What do you want, Kieran?" Ronan snarls. "Come to mock me? To enjoy the moon goddess's mistake? Mock you? No, thank you. Kieran's smile is sharp. You've just given me the greatest gift imaginable. He kneels beside me, lifts my chin with gentle fingers, studies my face with those burning amber eyes. Hello, beautiful. I'm Kieran, and I'm going to make you an offer your foolish rejected mate will regret for the rest of his life. What offer? Be mine. Not as a fated mate, that bond is broken, but as a chosen mate. Let me mark you, claim you, show everyone here that what Ronan threw away I treasure. You don't even know me. I know Ronan rejected you. I know you're strong enough to stand despite the pain of bond severance. I know you deserve better than a male too blind to see your worth. That's enough. So, will you accept? Will you let me claim you? Right here. Right now. In front of everyone including your rejected mate? I should say no. Should be offended. Should refuse. But looking at Ronan, at the male who called me worthless, and then at Kieran, at the enemy offering me value, I make my choice. Yes, I accept. Claim me. Kieran's smile is triumphant, victorious, with pleasure. He marks me right there, in front of hundreds of witnesses, bites my neck, establishes his claim, makes me his. And the whole time, Ronan watches. His face transforms from dismissal to shock to horror to rage, because his greatest enemy just claimed his rejected mate, just took what he'd thrown away, just won in the most public, permanent way possible. This is where my story truly begins, with rejection and claiming, with one alpha's loss becoming another alpha's gain, with me, worthless Nadia, becoming the mate of the most dangerous alpha in the kingdom. Chapter 1. The Unremarkable Girl, age 8 to 20. Age 8, the ordinary child. I was born ordinary. That's what everyone always said. Nadia's a sweet child, but nothing special. She's not particularly strong, or fast, or talented. She'll make a decent pack member, nothing more. My parents loved me, but even they acknowledged I was unremarkable. You're perfect just as you are, my mother would say, but her eyes held disappointment, wishing I was more, better, special. I wasn't. I was average in every way, middle of the pack in strength, mediocre at shifting, unremarkable in appearance, forgettable. That's okay, I told myself. Not everyone can be extraordinary. Someone has to be ordinary. But it hurt, being overlooked, being forgotten, being the wolf no one noticed. Age 12. The comparison. My younger sister Lyra was everything I wasn't. Beautiful, talented, powerful, special. Lyra's wolf is so strong, she'll be an excellent warrior. Look at her, already beautiful at 12. She'll be stunning when she's grown. The Ashwood pack is lucky to have such a gifted daughter. I was invisible next to her, the ordinary sister, the forgettable one, the disappointment. Why can't you be more like Lyra? My mother would ask. Not cruelly, just honestly, wishing I was different. I'm trying. Try harder, you're the oldest. You should be setting an example. Instead, your younger sister outshines you in every way. It wasn't Lyra's fault. She was kind, loving, never deliberately cruel, but her existence highlighted my ordinariness, made it impossible to ignore that I was the lesser daughter. Age 15, the invisibility. By 15, I'd accepted my role, the ordinary one, the invisible one, the one no one remembered. Who are you again? Wolves at gatherings would ask. Nadia, Ashwood pack. Oh, right, Lyra's sister. Not Nadia, not myself, just Lyra's sister. Defined by my relation to someone more important. Don't you want to be noticed? My friend Emma asked. Want to stand out? What's the point? I'm not special, never will be. Better to accept it than fight it. That's so sad. You deserve to be seen. People see what they want to see, and they don't want to see me. That's fine. I've adapted. But it wasn't fine. It hurt. Every day. Being invisible. Being ordinary. Being nothing. Age 18. The hope at 18. Hope emerged. Maybe my fated mate would see me. Value me. Want me. Your mate will love you exactly as you are, my mother said. The moon goddess chooses perfectly. What if my mate is disappointed? What if he wanted someone special and got me instead? Then he's a fool. You're wonderful. Any male would be lucky to have you. But I didn't believe her. How could I? When I'd spent 18 years being told I was ordinary, unremarkable, nothing special. I'm scared, I told Emma. Scared my mate will reject me, will see me and decide I'm not enough. That won't happen. The bond is sacred. Mates don't reject each other. They can, if they choose to, if they decide the bond isn't worth it. You're being paranoid. No one rejects their fated mate. But I couldn't shake the fear, the certainty that when I found my mate, he'd take one look at me and decide I wasn't worth keeping. Age 19. The waiting. 19 came and went. No mate, no bond, no recognition. Maybe he's not at the gatherings, Emma suggested. Maybe he's from a distant pack. Maybe you just haven't met yet. Or maybe I don't have one. Maybe the moon goddess forgot about me like everyone else does. That's not how it works. How would you know? You found your mate at 18. You don't understand what it's like to wait, to wonder, to fear you're so unremarkable even fate couldn't find you a match. Nadia, that's not... I'm fine. I've accepted it. If I have a mate, great. If not, I'll live alone. Either way, I'm used to being overlooked. But I wasn't fine. The waiting hurt. The uncertainty killed. The fear that I was too ordinary even for the moon goddess consumed me. Age 20. The festival. The lunar festival was my last hope. The biggest gathering of the year. Hundreds of unmated wolves. If my mate existed, he'd be there. You look beautiful, Lyra said, helping me dress. Your mate will be stunned when he sees you. If he sees me, I'm pretty good at being invisible. Stop. You're not invisible. You're just understated, subtle. Your mate will appreciate that. Or he'll want someone flashy, someone noticeable, someone like you. Stop comparing yourself to me. We're different. That doesn't make you less. But it did. Being ordinary next to extraordinary made you less. Everyone knew it, even if they pretended otherwise. I went to the festival with hope and dread warring inside me. Hope that my mate would see me, value me, want me. Dread that he'd take one look and decide I wasn't enough. As it turned out, my dread was justified. Chapter 2. The rejection, the bond. The moment I smelled him, I knew. Cedar and steel and raw power. My fated mate. I'd dreamed of this moment for years. Imagined the joy, the recognition, the instant connection. I turned, saw him. Alpha Ronin Steel. My heart stopped. He was magnificent. Tall, powerful, handsome. Everything an alpha should be. And my fated mate. The bond snapped into place. I felt it. Knew he felt it too. The connection pulling us together. He's coming over, Emma whispered. Your mate is Alpha Ronin. Oh my gods, Nadia. You're going to be a Luna. I watched him approach, waited for the smile, the joy, the acceptance. Instead, I got disgust. The words, no, he said, looking at me like I was trash. This is wrong. You can't be my mate. The words hit like a slap. Around us, conversation stopped. Wolves turned to stare. Alpha Ronin? I whispered. The bond, we're fated mates. I can feel the bond. I reject it. Look at you. You're nobody. From a weak pack. Unremarkable in every way. I need a strong Luna. A powerful mate who can stand beside me. Not. His eyes swept over me with contempt. Not you. The moon goddess made a mistake. I will not be tied to someone so beneath me. So ordinary. So worthless. Each word was a knife, cutting, destroying, breaking me piece by piece. "Please," I whispered. "Don't do this. The bond. I, Alpha Ronan Steele, reject you, Nadia Ashwood, as my fated mate. I do not accept this bond. I do not accept you. You are unworthy, insufficient, beneath me. Go, before I have you removed for daring to approach me." The rejection crashed over me. The bond shattered. The pain was indescribable. I fell, couldn't stand, couldn't breathe, couldn't do anything but feel the agony of having my soul torn apart. The humiliation around me, hundreds of wolves witnessed my destruction, my public humiliation, my complete rejection. He rejected her. His fated mate, he actually rejected her. She must not be worthy, must not be good enough. Poor thing, rejected in front of everyone. How humiliating. Alpha Ronan needs a strong Luna. She's clearly not that. He made the right choice. The whispers were knives, each one cutting deeper, confirming what I'd always feared. I wasn't enough, wasn't worthy, wasn't good enough even for my fated mate. Ronan had already turned away, was greeting another she-wolf. Beautiful, powerful, everything I wasn't. "This is Seraphina," he announced, "of the Moonstone Pack. Strong, beautiful, worthy. She will be my chosen Luna." He was replacing me, right there, while I knelt broken at his feet. "Come, Seraphina, let's leave this." He glanced at me with contempt, unpleasantness behind. They walked away, together, while I collapsed in agony. The enemy. That's when he appeared. Alpha Kieran Shadowborn, Ronan's greatest enemy. "How fascinating," he said, his voice carrying across the silent crowd. Alpha Ronan just committed the greatest act of stupidity I've ever witnessed. "What do you want, Kieran?" Ronan snapped, turning back. "Come to mock? To gloat?" "Mock? No, gloat. Perhaps. You've just thrown away a gift from the moon goddess herself. Rejected your fated mate because of pride and prejudice. That's not mockable. That's tragic. For you." Kieran approached me, knelt beside me. His presence was overwhelming, powerful, dangerous. "Hello, beautiful," he said softly. "I'm Kieran, and I'm going to make you an offer that will change both our lives." What do you want? You, as my mate, not fated, that bond is destroyed, but chosen. Let me mark you, claim you, show everyone that what Ronan threw away I treasure. You don't know me. I know you're strong. You're standing despite bond severance pain that would level most wolves. I know you deserve better than a male too blind to see your worth. I know Ronan's rejection is my greatest gain. That's enough. So, will you accept? I looked at Ronan, at the male who'd called me worthless, who'd chosen another she-wolf, who'd destroyed me publicly, then at Kieran, at the enemy offering me value, respect, a chance. "Why?" I asked. "Why would you want me? I'm nobody, nothing special, ordinary." "Because Ronan's an idiot. Because I see what he missed. Because claiming you will be the greatest victory I've ever won. And because his amber eyes held mine. Because you deserve better than what you got. Let me give it to you." Around us, the crowd was silent, shocked, waiting. Ronan was staring, realizing what was about to happen. "Kieran, don't what? Don't claim what you threw away? Don't take the gift you rejected? Don't win the war with one perfect move?" Kieran's smile was sharp. "Too late. She's already agreeing. Aren't you, Nadia?" And I was. Because staying rejected, broken, worthless, that was death. But accepting Kieran's offer, that was survival. Power. Revenge. "Yes," I said. "I accept. Claim me." The marking. Kieran marked me right there, in front of hundreds of witnesses, in front of Ronan. His fangs sank into my neck. The claiming mark, permanent, binding, making me his. The bond formed different from a fated bond. Cooler, but strong. Very strong. Chosen instead of destined. Partnership instead of magic. I felt it snap into place. Felt Kieran's satisfaction, his triumph, his genuine pleasure at claiming me. Around us, the crowd erupted. Shocked murmurs, gasps, disbelief. He marked her. Kieran Shadowborn just claimed Ronan's rejected mate. This is unprecedented. The rivalry between them, this makes it personal, permanent. Ronan's going to be furious. Ronan was more than furious. He was apoplectic, trembling with rage, staring at us with absolute horror. You can't, I rejected her. Exactly, Kieran said, standing and pulling me to my feet. You rejected her, made her available. I claimed her. She's mine now, permanently, irrevocably. Your rejected mate is my chosen Luna. This is an act of war. This is me accepting a gift you threw away. If you wanted to keep her, you shouldn't have rejected her. Your loss? My gain? Thank you for being stupid enough to let her go. Kieran pulled me close, possessive, protective, making a statement. Come, my Luna. Let's leave this farce. We have a pack to return to, a bond to celebrate, a future to build. He led me away, through the shocked crowd, past the witnesses, away from Ronan's rage, and as we left I heard Ronan roar, felt his fury, knew I'd just become the center of the greatest rivalry in the Northern Territories. I should have been terrified, should have regretted accepting Kieran. But I didn't. Because being marked by Ronan's enemy felt better than being rejected by my fated mate. At least Kieran wanted me, valued me, chose me, even if it was just to win against Ronan. Chapter 3. The Nightfall Pack. The journey. The journey to Nightfall territory was silent. Kieran drove. I sat beside him, still processing what had happened. Rejected by my fated mate, claimed by his greatest enemy, marked in front of hundreds, bound to a male I didn't know. Regret it yet? Kieran asked, glancing at me. I don't know. Should I? Probably. I'm not an easy male. My pack is dangerous, powerful, unforgiving. You've just tied yourself to the wolf every pack fears. Better than staying rejected, humiliated, worthless. True, but understand, I didn't claim you out of kindness. I claimed you to wound Ronan, to win our rivalry in the most personal way possible. You're a weapon to me, a very valuable weapon. His honesty was brutal, but appreciated. I understand. I'm not naive enough to think you marked me for love. Good. We'll get along better if we're honest. I claimed you for strategy. You accepted for survival. We're using each other. That's fine. Honest transactions work better than pretending otherwise. So what happens now? I'm your Luna. What does that mean? It means you live in my pack house. Represent Nightfall Pack. Stand beside me at functions. Act as my mate in public. In private. He shrugged. We'll figure that out as we go. You want me to pretend to be your loving mate? Even though you claimed me for revenge? Yes. Perception is everything. Ronan needs to see that you're happy, treasured, better off with me than you ever would have been with him. Can you do that? Pretend to be happy? I've been pretending to be fine with being invisible for years. I can pretend to be happy. Good, because the entire kingdom will be watching, judging, waiting to see if Ronan's rejected mate becomes my perfect Luna or my greatest weakness. We need to show strength, unity, power, even though we barely know each other. Especially because we barely know each other. We'll learn, adapt, build something functional, maybe even... He stopped. Maybe even something real, if we're both willing to try. The Packhouse Nightfall Pack territory was impressive, dark, powerful, intimidating. The Packhouse was a fortress, black stone, imposing architecture, clearly built for defense. This is home, Kieran said. You're home now, as Luna. Wolves gathered as we arrived. Hundreds of them, all staring at me, The new Luna. The one claimed to spite their alpha's enemy. "This is Nadia," Kieran announced. "My chosen mate. Your Luna." She was fated to Ronan's steel. He rejected her publicly. Foolishly. I claimed her. She accepted. She's Pack now. Under my protection. Treat her with the respect due to Luna, or answer to me. The declaration was clear. I was his. Protected. Anyone who challenged that challenged him. "Welcome, Luna," a she-wolf said, stepping forward. "I'm Zara, beta female. If you need anything, ask." "Thank you. I'm still adjusting. This is all very sudden." "I imagine. Being rejected, then claimed in the same hour, that's intense. But you're strong. You'll adapt. How do you know I'm strong?" "You survived bond severance, accepted being marked by an alpha you'd just met, agreed to become Luna of the most dangerous pack in the north. Weak wolves don't do those things." "The Luna's chambers." Kieran showed me to my chambers. Massive, beautiful, clearly meant for a Luna. "This is yours, private, your space. I won't enter without invitation." "We're not sharing chambers?" "Not unless you want to. We're bound by a claiming mark, not a fated bond. I'm not forcing intimacy. That's earned, not demanded." His respect surprised me. Most alphas would expect. I'm not most alphas. I claimed you for strategy. But I'm not a brute. You set the pace for everything beyond public appearances. Understood? Understood. Thank you for respecting boundaries. Don't thank me for basic decency. Now, rest. Tomorrow we'll discuss your role, your duties, how we're going to make this work. He left, and I was alone, in a stranger's pack, bound to a male I didn't know, Luna to wolves I'd never met. I should have been terrified, should have regretted everything, but I wasn't, because for the first time in my life, someone had chosen me, valued me, wanted me, even if it was just for revenge, even if I was just a weapon, even if it was all strategy. At least I mattered. At least I was seen. At least I was more than ordinary forgettable Nadia. I was Luna, and that meant something. Chapter 4. The rivalry, Kieran's perspective. The history. I need to explain something. My rivalry with Ronan isn't recent, isn't simple. It's deep, old, personal. 10 years ago, Ronan's father, former Alpha Marcus Steele, killed my father. Challenged him, defeated him, took territory that should have been mine. "Your father was weak," Marcus told me afterwards. "The weak don't deserve territory. Remember that, boy. The strong rule. The weak die." I was 22, barely made Alpha after my father's death. Humiliated, destroyed, swearing revenge. For 10 years, I fought to reclaim what was stolen. Territory, respect, honor. I've clawed my way back, made Nightfall Pack powerful, dangerous, feared. But Ronan, who inherited everything from his bastard father, still holds territory that's rightfully mine, still acts superior, still treats me like I'm beneath him. "You're nobody, Kieran," he told me at our last confrontation. "Son of a weak alpha, leading a pack of shadows. You'll never be my equal." I've been waiting, planning, looking for the perfect move to destroy him, to take everything, to win absolutely. And then the moon goddess handed me the perfect weapon, his rejected, fated mate. The strategy claiming Nadia was strategic brilliance. One move, multiple gains. First, it humiliates Ronan. His fated mate chose his enemy over him. That's devastating. Personal, permanent. Second, it gives me leverage. Nadia's bond with Ronan, even severed, creates complications. Legal gray areas, political pressure. I can exploit all of it. Third, it positions me as the better alpha, the one who values what he rejects, who treasures what he dismisses. Public opinion shifts with moves like this. And fourth, unexpected but valuable, Nadia herself is an asset, stronger than she realizes, more resilient than anyone gives her credit for. She survived rejection and bond severance without breaking. That's rare. Precious. You claimed her to hurt Ronan, my beta said after we returned. But she's more than a weapon, isn't she? What do you mean? I mean you're already protective. Already considering her as more than strategy. Already thinking of her as actually yours. She is actually mine. I marked her. You know what I mean. You claimed her for revenge, but you're starting to want her for herself. Was he right? Was I already seeing Nadia as more than a strategic move? Maybe. She was braver than she knew, standing despite pain that would level most wolves, accepting a claiming from a stranger, agreeing to become Luna to a dangerous pack. And she was honest. Didn't pretend to love me. Didn't pretend it wasn't transactional. Just accepted reality and adapted. I respected that, admired that, valued that. Even if I do want her for herself, I told my beta, it doesn't change the strategy. She's still a weapon against Ronan, still leverage, still a move in our war. And if she becomes more than that, what then? Then I'll deal with it. But for now, she's Luna, my chosen mate, my greatest victory over Ronan. That's enough, the threat. Ronan sent a message 3 days after the claiming, predictable, furious. You've made an enemy, Kieran. Claiming my rejected mate is an act of war. Return her or face consequences. I sent back, she's not yours to return. You rejected her. She accepted my claim. She's mine now. If you want war over this, bring it. I'll enjoy destroying you publicly, like you publicly rejected her. His response, you think you've won. You haven't. I'll make you both regret this. The wolf you claimed belongs to me by right of fated bond. Stealing her is a crime. My response, you severed the fated bond when you rejected her. She's not yours. She's mine. Cry about it. Childish? Maybe, but satisfying. Watching Ronan spiral over losing what he'd thrown away. That was beautiful. He's going to retaliate, Zara warned. Ronan doesn't accept loss gracefully. Let him try. We're ready. And Nadia's under my protection. He touches her. He starts a war he can't win. You're very protective of a mate you claimed for strategy. She's mine. I protect what's mine. Even if you claimed her just to hurt Ronan? Especially then. Ronan took everything from me 10 years ago. I'm taking something from him now, and I'm keeping it, no matter what. The doubt. Late at night, alone, I wondered if I'd made a mistake. If claiming Nadia would cause more problems than it solved. Using a she-wolf as a weapon against her rejected mate. It was ruthless. Strategic. But was it right? Does she deserve this? I asked my wolf. Being caught between Ronan and me. Being used in our war. She accepted. She chose this. Stop questioning. But did she have a choice? Rejected? Humiliated? Desperate? I offered her an escape. She took it. But was that informed consent or survival instinct? Both. And both are valid. She's strong. She'll adapt. She'll thrive. Trust her. My wolf was right. Nadia was stronger than she knew. She'd survive this, maybe even thrive. And maybe, just maybe, being my Luna would be the best thing that ever happened to her. Better than being Ronan's rejected mate. Better than returning to her pack as the she-wolf too worthless even for her fated mate. I'd given her value, position, power, purpose. She'd given me the perfect weapon against my enemy. We were using each other. But maybe that was okay. Maybe honest transactions were better than pretending otherwise. Chapter 5. The Luna Month. 1 being Luna was harder than expected, representing a pack I barely knew, standing beside an alpha I'd just met, pretending we were a united front. The neighboring packs are requesting audiences, Zara told me during my first week. They want to meet the new Luna, assess the claiming, judge whether you're worthy. I'm not worthy. Everyone knows it. Ronan said so publicly. Ronan's an idiot, but these alphas, they'll test you, question you, try to find weakness. You need to be strong, confident, unshakable. I don't know how to be those things. Then learn, quickly, because Luna isn't just a title. It's a responsibility. These wolves need to see strength. If you show weakness, they'll exploit it. And Kieran will suffer for it. She was right. I couldn't be weak, invisible Nadia anymore. I was Luna. That meant being more, better, stronger. I started training, physical combat, pack politics, diplomacy, everything a Luna needed. You're improving, Kieran observed after a week. Faster than expected. I have to. I'm representing your pack. I can't be the weak link. You were never weak, just untrained, undervalued. There's a difference. Everyone at the festival thought I was weak, thought Ronan was right to reject me. Everyone at the festival was wrong, including Ronan, especially Ronan. His confidence in me was strange, unexpected. He'd claimed me for revenge, but he actually seemed to value me, actually seemed to believe I could be Luna. Why do you care? I asked. If I succeed or fail, I'm just a weapon to you. You're my mate, my Luna. Your success is my success. Your failure is my failure. Of course I care. Even though you only claimed me to hurt Ronan. I claimed you to hurt Ronan, but I'm keeping you because you're valuable, strong, capable. You're becoming an asset beyond just strategy. Is that supposed to be a compliment? It's supposed to be truth. I don't do empty flattery. You're valuable. Accept it. Month 2. By month 2, I'd settled into the role, handling pack affairs, meeting with neighboring alphas, representing Nightfall with competence. You're a natural, Zara said. Better than most Lunas I've seen. I don't feel natural. I feel like I'm faking it constantly. That's what confidence is, faking it until it becomes real. Keep going. You're doing well. The pack had accepted me, respected me, valued me. It was strange. Being seen, being valued, being more than invisible. The pack likes you, Kieran told me one evening. They're loyal to you. That's rare for a Luna who was claimed rather than fated. They like that I pissed off Ronan, that I'm a symbol of your victory. They like that you're strong, capable, worth their loyalty. Don't diminish your accomplishments. Why do you keep doing that? Complimenting me? Building me up? I'm just a strategic move to you. You were a strategic move. You're becoming more. And I'm not blind enough to ignore value when I see it. Unlike some alphas I could mention. Ronan. Always Ronan. Everything between us was colored by the rivalry, by the rejection, by the claiming. Do you ever regret it? I asked. Claiming me. Starting this war over a she-wolf you barely know? No. Best decision I've made. You're proving to be exactly what I needed. And Ronan's suffering is deeply satisfying. What if I'm more than a weapon? What if I actually matter to you? He was quiet. Then, what if you do? Would that be so terrible? It would be complicated, dangerous, messy. Life is complicated and dangerous. Why should this be different? His amber eyes held mine. You matter, Nadia. More than you should. More than I planned. Deal with it. Month 3. The attack. The attack came without warning. Ronan's wolves, targeting me specifically. Kill her or capture her, I heard them say. Ronan wants his rejected mate dealt with. I fought, used every skill I'd learned, every technique Zara had taught me, but I was outnumbered, overpowered, about to be captured. Then Kieran arrived, shifted, tore through attackers with brutal efficiency. "Touch her and die," he roared. "She's mine, my mate, mine." The possessiveness in his voice was shocking. primal, real. He fought like a wolf defending his true mate. Not a strategic claim. A real bond. When the attackers were dead or fled, he shifted back, pulled me into his arms. Are you hurt? Did they touch you? Nadia, answer me. I'm fine. Bruised, but fine. They didn't. If they'd taken you, if they'd hurt you, I would have razed Ronan's territory to the ground, killed everyone he loved, destroyed everything he valued. For revenge? For strategy? For you, because you're mine, and no one touches what's mine. His voice broke. I claimed you for revenge. But somewhere along the way, you became mine for real. Actually mine. And the thought of losing you? He couldn't finish. Kieran, I know we're transactional. I know you don't love me. I know I claimed you to hurt Ronan. But it's become more. At least for me. And I needed you to know. Before something happens. Before I lose the chance to tell you. I stared at him. At the alpha who'd claimed me for revenge. Who'd marked me to hurt his enemy. Who'd just confessed he actually cared. I don't know if I can love you, I said honestly. Ronan destroyed my ability to trust bonds, to believe in mates, to think I deserve love. I'm not asking for love. I'm asking for a chance. To prove I'm not him. To show you that you matter. That you're valuable. That you deserve everything I can give you. Even though you claimed me for the wrong reasons. Especially then. Let me make the wrong reasons into the right ones. Let me turn revenge into something real. Please. Looking at him, at his sincerity, his desperation, his genuine care, I made a choice. Okay, a chance. Not promises, not love. Just a chance to see if this can be real. That's all I'm asking. Thank you. He kissed me then. Not a claiming, not a mark. A real kiss. Tender. Hopeful. Full of possibility. And I kissed him back, letting myself hope, letting myself believe, letting myself think that maybe, just maybe, being marked by my mate's enemy was the best thing that ever happened to me. Chapter 6. The Realization. Ronan's Perspective. The mistake, I made a mistake. The biggest mistake of my life. I know that now. I rejected Nadia, my fated mate, called her worthless, dismissed her publicly, and Kieran claimed her, marked her, took what I'd thrown away. At first I was just angry, furious that my enemy had turned my rejection into his victory, that he'd used my fated mate against me. But then I watched them, saw them together, saw how Kieran looked at her, protected her, valued her, saw what I'd missed, what I'd been too blind to see. Nadia wasn't ordinary, wasn't worthless, wasn't beneath me. She was strong, resilient, becoming a Luna better than most fated mates ever achieved. And I'd thrown her away, rejected her because she didn't fit my image of what a Luna should be, because I was too proud to see her value. You're obsessed with her, Serafina said, noticing me watching Nadia at an interpack gathering. Your rejected mate. I'm not obsessed. You are. You watch her constantly, compare me to her constantly, regret rejecting her constantly. It's pathetic. I made a mistake. Yes, you did. You rejected your fated mate. And now she's happier with your enemy than she ever would have been with you. Live with it. But I couldn't live with it. Couldn't accept that I'd thrown away something precious. Couldn't stand watching Kieran have what should have been mine. The plan. We need to get her back, I told my beta. Nadia. She's mine by right of fated bond. You rejected the bond. You don't have rights to her anymore. The rejection was a mistake. I'll apologize. Explain. She'll understand. She'll come back. Why would she? Kieran values her, protects her, made her Luna. You called her worthless and threw her away. Why would she choose you over him? Because we're fated mates. The moon goddess chose us. That means something. It meant something before you rejected it. Now it means nothing. Let her go, Ronan. You lost. Accept it. But I couldn't accept it. Wouldn't accept it. Nadia was mine. The bond proved it. I just needed to make her see it. I'm going to challenge Kieran's claim. Legally. The fated bond supersedes chosen bonds. I can force her return. That will start a war. I don't care. She's mine. I want her back. And I'll do whatever it takes to get her. The legal challenge. I filed a formal challenge with the High Council, claiming Kieran had stolen my mate, that the chosen bond was invalid because we were fated mates, that Nadia should be returned to me. This is unprecedented, the Council Alpha said. You rejected her, publicly, permanently, and now you want her back? I made a mistake. The rejection was hasty. I want to revoke it. You can't revoke a rejection. Once spoken, it's permanent. The bond is severed. But we're still fated mates. The moon goddess chose us. That must count for something. It counted before you rejected it. Now she's claimed by another alpha, marked, bonded through choice. You have no claim on her. She's mine. She was yours. You threw her away. Alpha Kieran picked her up. She's his now, legally, magically, permanently. Your challenge is denied. I failed. Lost. Was told definitively that Nadia was no longer mine. That I'd lost my rights when I rejected her. It destroyed me. Knowing I'd made an irreversible mistake. Knowing I'd lost my fated mate to my greatest enemy. Knowing it was entirely my fault. The confrontation I confronted Nadia at a neutral gathering. Against protocol. Against rules. But I was desperate. Nadia, we need to talk. She looked at me with cool indifference. Not hatred. Not anger. Indifference. Like I meant nothing. We have nothing to discuss, Alpha Ronan. Please, I need to apologize. To explain. I made a mistake. A terrible mistake. I shouldn't have rejected you. You're right. You shouldn't have. But you did. And I've moved on. With Kieran, my enemy, you're with him to hurt me. I'm with him because he values me. Because he claimed me when you discarded me. Because he makes me feel like I matter. You gave me none of those things. I was wrong about you. You're strong, capable, an excellent Luna. I see that now. Please, come back. Let me make this right. Make it right? How? By unrejecting me? By pretending you didn't call me worthless in front of hundreds? By erasing the humiliation? She laughed bitterly. You can't make this right, Ronan. You destroyed us. I've built something new with Kieran. I'm not giving that up for a male who threw me away. I'm your fated mate. You were my fated mate. You severed that bond. Now Kieran is my chosen mate. And I choose him. Every day, every moment. I choose him over you. You're just doing this to hurt me. I'm doing this because he's better for me than you ever were. Better to me. Better for me. Just better. Accept it, Ronan. You lost. I'm not yours anymore. I'm his. She walked away, left me standing there, rejected. Again. But this time I was the one being rejected, and it hurt infinitely more than rejecting her had. Epilogue. 2 years later. The mating ceremony celebrated 2 years since the claiming. 2 years since Kieran marked me. 2 years of building something real from something transactional. Happy anniversary, Kieran said, pulling me close. 2 years since I made the best decision of my life. Best decision? You claimed me for revenge. I claimed you for revenge. I kept you for love. There's a difference. His amber eyes held mine. I love you, Nadia. Not because you were Ronan's rejected mate. Not because claiming you hurt my enemy. But because you're extraordinary. Strong. Resilient. Everything I need. I love you, too. That's still strange to say. I never thought I'd love again after Ronan. Ronan was a fool. I'm grateful for his foolishness. It gave me you. Looking at him, at the male who'd claimed me in my darkest moment, I was grateful too. Grateful Ronan had rejected me. Grateful Kieran had marked me. Grateful for the journey that led me here. "Do you ever regret it?" Kieran asked. "Accepting my claim? Becoming my mate?" "Never. Being rejected by Ronan was the worst moment of my life. Being claimed by you was the best. You saw value where he saw worthlessness. You chose me when he discarded me. You loved me when he couldn't. He could have. He was just too blind to see what he had. His loss, your gain, our gain. We both won. I got the perfect Luna. You got a mate who actually appreciates you. We both got revenge on Ronan, the best revenge being happy together." Below us, the pack celebrated. Our pack. Nightfall pack. Strong. United. Loyal. "They love you," Kieran observed. "You've become the Luna this pack deserves. I'm ordinary. You're extraordinary. Stop listening to voices from your past. You're not that invisible girl anymore. You're Luna. My mate. My equal. My love. Accept it." I did. Finally. After 2 years of growth. 2 years of learning. 2 years of being valued. I accepted that I was more than ordinary. More than worthless. More than Ronan's rejected mate. I was Kieran's chosen mate. Nightfall Luna. Strong, capable, valued, loved. "Ronan requested an audience," Kieran mentioned. "Wants to formally apologize. Again." "He's apologized a dozen times. I'm not accepting. He had his chance. He destroyed it. I'm done with him. Good. He doesn't deserve forgiveness. He destroyed you. I rebuilt you. You're mine now. He lost his right to you the moment he rejected you. Do you think he regrets it? Really regrets it? Absolutely. He watches you constantly, sees what you've become, realizes what he lost. It destroys him daily, which I find deeply satisfying. You're petty. I'm victorious. There's a difference." He kissed me. He rejected his fated mate. I claimed her. She became extraordinary. He suffers. I thrive. That's not petty. That's justice. And it was. Ronan had rejected me publicly, had called me worthless, had chosen another she-wolf, had humiliated me completely, and Kieran had claimed me publicly, had valued me, had chosen me, had made me his Luna. 2 years later, I was happier than I'd ever been, stronger than I'd ever been, more valued than I'd ever been. All because Ronan made the worst decision of his life, and Kieran made the best decision of his. "I'm grateful," I told Kieran, "for that day at the festival, for you stepping forward, for claiming me, for giving me a chance when Ronan threw me away. I'm grateful, too, for Ronan's stupidity, for your courage in accepting my claim, for every moment that led us here." He pulled me closer. "You were his rejected mate. Now you're my treasured Luna, and I'll spend the rest of my life making sure you never forget it. I won't forget, because you remind me daily that I'm valued, that I matter, that I'm more than the male who rejected me ever deserved." And I was. Being rejected by my fated mate had destroyed me, but being claimed by his greatest enemy had saved me, had given me a future, had shown me my worth. Sometimes the worst betrayals lead to the best destinies. Sometimes being rejected by one alpha means being treasured by another. Sometimes your darkest moment is when your greatest light begins to shine. Ronan rejected me. Kieran claimed me. And I became more than either of them expected. I became Luna. I became loved. I became whole. And that was better than any fated mate bond could have given me. Closing, and there you have it, my beautiful dreamers. The story of Nadia, Ronan, and Kieran. Proof that public rejection can become public triumph, enemies can become lovers, and being discarded by one alpha means being treasured by another. Did this story move you? Did you feel Nadia's humiliation and victory? Did you love the rivalry between Kieran and Ronan? Then show me some love. Hit that like button, Drop a comment telling me whether you think Ronan deserves forgiveness, and subscribe to Luna's Romance audiobooks so you never miss another tale of rejection and redemption. I want to know, would you have accepted Kieran's claim? Would you have forgiven Ronan? Do you think claiming someone for revenge can become real love? Tell me in the comments. Until next time, my dreamers, may your rejections lead to better destinies, your enemies see your worth, and your public humiliations become public triumphs. This is Luna, signing off. Sweet dreams, beautiful souls.